Finally. Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 22. So the mods I have enabled are right there. I don't think I'll be adding any additional mods. We'll see, but no promises though. Anyway, Maypole Farm. I know I done a challenge on here the last time. I don't want to do a challenge on a map that is not ready to be released, if you like. Maypole, as far as I'm concerned, is done, so why not? As done as in, yes, there is going to be another update, and we'll talk about the changes soon. This is a pre-setup, so I'd already set the whole save game up. And we'll go through the rules as to what they are and how they play out. As it keeps, deciding, do you want to load? Okay, that ain't good, is it? There we go. Shouldn't have any errors at all, but I've only just gone through all the mods that I had, and some of the mods wasn't in my mods folder initially, so I don't know if any of them cause problems. We'll find out. In my audio stream bitrate 0 is lower than the recommended bitrate. How can you get lower than 0? Open widget, no thanks. Right, there we go. Yep, that's fine. Right, we'll pause that there. No, wrong one. Pause that there. Let me just check. Because we had a Windows, wrong one. We had a Windows update, didn't we? Sounds, that's the one. Recording. This has a habit of changing the level. No, it's 100, so it's picking up my mic perfectly fine. So it's not there. Yeah. So to get through it, rules, as you can see, all nicely wrote out here, ready to go. And they're in the description anyway. So this is a long-term-ish, because, I'm a map maker. I can't guarantee I'm going to finish this particular thing off, and I have a very small focal point when it comes to playing any game, because my focus usually gets transitioned back into map making. You have to take that into account. The idea is to have all productions up and running and a final bank balance of 5 million with no loan. There we go. Yeah. No restrictions on the map that you select. If anybody wishes to take part and challenge and run this challenge, go ahead. This is just a personal challenge that I've set myself, but no restrictions on map selection. However, game mode must be started on easy and economy set to hard. Now, you want to start on hard, you go and start on hard. The reason I say start on easy is because you want to start on equipment. The buildings, that don't matter, but the equipment, you don't want to be leasing everything because, as you can see, one of the rules is you can't buy any used or new equipment for 3 game years. So, yeah, starting equipment might be a thing. And if you do lease anything, you got to keep it for the whole year, 12 months from the day of release. Seasons enabled, running 7 days per season, which means that you know that's increased upkeep right there on anything that you have on lease. Can't buy farmland, new or used equipment. Can't buy or sell or demolish sheds or barns, etc. for 3 years. This includes productions. Can't buy any productions or sell any productions. Well, I don't own any productions anyway, but can't buy any either. Not for 3 years. You are permitted to loan any equipment at any time. However, all leased equipment must remain leased for a full 12 months before being sent back. Hey, Miss World Styles, quick hey, and like for you, hope you have an awesome stream. Sorry, I can't stay. No problem, you have a good one, and thank you for dropping in and hitting that like button. Much appreciated. So all leased equipment must remain leased for 12 months before being sent back. It's a big one. Can't use the loans, so, you know, get into debt, well, sell something. No cheating mods such as easy development tools, government subsidy mod, which will affect how quickly you can make money, etc. Follow me, cosplay are permitted. Wages must be set to 100% though. Hey Joe, it's going well. How are you? Maps that have multiple functional farm setups can't be purchased for 3 years. With each additional farm purchase being a further 3-year waiting period, i.e. if I buy after 3 years, I can go and buy another farmyard. Fair enough. But then I have to wait another 3 years before I can buy another farmyard. It just means that I can't go and buy all the farmyards and then sell all the buildings and have a crap load of money and go, hey, completed the challenge. All I've got to do is just buy the productions, you know. Because as you know, this map does have 7 farms with a lot of buildings on. So easy to kind of make money. I'm doing good. Excellent. However, for those who are playing, who decide that they want to do this, maps with empty land follows the same rule as farmland. After 3 years, buy all the land you want. You're not limited. You haven't got to wait through every 3 years to buy another farmyard. If there's no buildings on it, you know, it's not a functional farm. Buy it. You can buy all, snatch every farmyard up. You're not restricted like I am. Farmland you start with or have purchased is yours to do whatever you want with. Join fields together, make fields into production zones, whatever you want. No problems there. Collectables, if any, can't be collected, and if collected, money must be deducted from your account ASAP. Now, for me, I would throw in, I would either save my game and then go and remove it out of the game file, or I would throw in easy dev tools and then remove it and then disable easy dev tools. But obviously that's banned, so I'd have to do it the other way. But that's how I would have normally done it. But on this map, I don't have to worry about collectibles because I'm now in areas where they're going to bug me and I have to pick them up. Apart from the one in the barn over there, maybe. No, it should be fine. Most important rule is to have fun. It's no competition to see who's the best player or anything like that. It's just chilled, fun time. So that's the rules out the way. Now, I said this map's going to have an update coming. The game doesn't want to unpause now. There we go. So what does that mean? Well, as you know, the storage shed that the Giants released, this used to be a silage clamp that was here, and I decided, well, let's get rid of it. We've got 2 silage clamps on this particular farm. Let's have one as the storage shed. And I looked around for different locations to put the shed. It is big, a big shed, a lot bigger than the sheds I've got on this farm, for the most part. So getting this shed to fit anywhere was and look good where it sat kind of didn't work out so well. I even put it here, removed this and put it there. Didn't like it. Removed that green shed over there with the massing and the forage pickup. Didn't like it. Removed this. It stuck out too far. Didn't like it. And I ain't getting rid of a cow barn, sorry, but no. Removed this shed, stuck out too far and was too skinny compared to this, so didn't like it. Removed that, the bulk hold shed, didn't like how it sat there. And none of these sheds could be removed with it being pouring without affecting something. So, yeah, very limited on where it could go. And I tried it behind that shed in the silage clamp there. Yeah, it blocked off the whole of that pathway, so not good. And even though I don't like doing the horses, doing rephrase, don't like working with horses, I'm not going to replace the horse pen to put a shed in. Not right now. Maybe someday. That probably just become a storage area anyway. So on top of that, additional changes on this map. And this isn't the only farm that's got that shed. There's a few other farms. Mostly dairy farms have got that shed because they'll be storing a lot more bales than your sheep farm or anything like that. The other thing that's changed on here is if you start on medium or hard game mode, every shed and barn, storage tank, silage clamp, silo, everything off the farmyards is gone. So you want to start from scratch, you can do that now, or will be able to. And then that means console players who sadly are limited, and we've got a mod on PC that allows us to increase the amount of animals we can have on a map. Console players who are sadly limited to 10 animal pens across the whole of the map, regardless of how many players there are, they on a multiplayer game save of medium or higher can place their own pens to their heart's content. Also means that console players, if they don't want all of this stuff and reduce their slot count, can do so. As you can see, you also start off with a combine, a header trailer, and a grain trailer. That's because, and a seeder over yonder. That's because you now start off with 71, 72, and 93. Yeah. And which are all wheat and ready to harvest. So you start off with 3 arable fields and you still keep all your grass fields. Well, theoretically you only have 3 because the other 4 are linked to animal pens. But yeah. So I'm free to, as far as the rules are concerned, I'm free to buy animals and start using this farmyard to my heart's content. This silo is also now set up as a multi-fruit silo, so you can stick anything in here. Virtually anything in here. That was because whenever I watch anybody play any map, doesn't matter what map it is, the first thing they ask is this a multi-fruit silo? And when they realise it's not, if it isn't, they take it out and put a multi-fruit silo in. So I personally wouldn't want to stick manure in here, but you can do so. Also, another change that's been added is that shed's a brand new shed. 250 limit, I've increased it to 500. So gives it a bit more use, in my opinion, but not overkill because pallet limits. And then slot count may as well have a slightly higher number than a low number. And but that is all the changes, I believe. Apart from at the store, there was 2 floating trees. They got fixed. And down here, whenever you cut the light for the chicken pen, it would kill your game. Or it would kill the server if you was on a server. That was fixed. So the update wasn't just about changes. It was about a couple of fixes, especially one game-breaking fix. Hey, Slow. How are you, bud? So we've kept our silage clamp, but we got rid of the other one and put a object storage shed in its place. But we could theoretically take that seed tank off the back of the roller now, grass roller, because we won't need it because we got a seeder. That has a wider working width, doesn't it? So might be best to keep it on there, huh? Definitely getting rid of that stone picker. I don't do stones, so not too bad. Thanks. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you, and good to hear that you're doing well. As for the rules, scroll down. So obviously I'll be increasing the game speed soon. Game economy must be on hard. Well, that's done. I've got traffic on it. Apart from the hard difficulty seasons being active and a 7-day season, the rest of it you can do whatever you want with. You want it on a visually fixed month? Well, no, that one you can't do because you need seasons to be running as seasons. And so I've got periodic ploughing on. Field stones I don't care for. Weeds I've got on. I don't care for dirt, so slow build up. Obviously I don't want the engine turning off when I get out of the vehicle. More so when if I'm using the wheel. Yeah. Trailer fill limit, don't care for. Fuel usage I put on normal. AI being able to buy in the stuff that they need switched off. And then maintenance costs, I'm going to lower that. No, not maintenance cost, it's maintenance intervals that are lower. Paying costs I'm going to leave, and paint intervals I'm going to leave. Animals can be removed. What's that? Are if health drops below 0? Yeah, definitely. Hopefully that'll be fine. I don't like how the maintenance drops in this game. That the older the vehicle, the quicker the maintenance drops. I mean, how many farmers have got equipment that's 10, 15 years old, still running? Yeah, it might. Yeah, you're going to break down all the time. It's been going all this time. It ain't just going to stop working, right? It's well maintained. But the older the equipment in this game, the worse it seems to, or the quicker it seems to break down. How's the map making going? I've only just got back into it. I took an extended break. Didn't realise how much I'd burnt myself out. And then decided during that break I had no interest in Farm Sim at all. Didn't watch anybody playing Farm Sim. Didn't interact with anybody who was playing Farm Sim. Had no interest in it. Didn't open the editor. Didn't even look at the mod up to see what mods had been uploaded. What mods was in testing. Nothing. Completely switched off from Farm Sim. And then I was in Matt's Discord and met and spoke to Pool Boy in there, and by the end of it, I got inspired to go back to working on my map. Hey, Mackenzo, how are you, bud? I don't know if you caught all of what I just went through. If you didn't, basically, this map set up to start from scratch if you like. In fact, I guess I could quickly show you, huh? I could do that, couldn't I? Make it a bit easier. Get rid of that because I don't need that now. So medium difficulty, Maypole. How are you anyway, Mackenzo? Yeah, that's fine. So if I go to buy Farmland, buy the cow barn, the other cow barn, all the farmland that would be associated with animals. Can't forget the chicken pen. You gotta have the chicken pen, right? Horse pen, nothing. I am well, awesome. Oh, Maypole, I've played it before. It's a fun one. Yeah. Oh, now all the farmyards are like that. They have nothing there. Then set up. You wanted to start from scratch map. Well, I know there's quite a few out there. Here's another one that will be added to that collection. Fortunately, we got to run all the way there, though. I should have just leased a vehicle, but... And I don't have the easy tools, easy dev tools in, so I can't just, you know, fly there or speed there like I would in testing anything. Let's go that way. It'd be a little bit quicker if we're going in the exact direction of the farm, wouldn't it? Ebony Island will be set up similar, and so will Riverview. So all my maps will end up being like this. The only thing that's left on here are these lights that obviously you have to cut away. They're not replaceable, so you don't get any money for them when you do cut them away. But on Riverview, where they are placeable, any that are around farmyards and that are removed. Any that are around fields will remain. And the new map I'm working on is also going to be set up in the same way as this. And so every farm around the map is now like that on medium or hard difficulty. So your start from scratch gameplay style is definitely available to use on this map if you wished, or any of my maps when they come out on ModHub, if you wish. Unless you're on PC, then I can give you early access. Go back to my career. Save game. And if you use the silo that I've got built into the map when it loads, I've made it a multi-fruit silo because, as I was saying a little bit earlier on, most people tend to, when they look at a map, the first thing they check when it comes to silo, is it a multi-fruit silo? And when they realise it's not, they sell it and put a multi-fruit silo down. So I've edited this as well, so that one can take 500 objects, whereas the default one is 250. This one can store double. I find the silo. When? Where's the silo? Should have been that one. Ew, I didn't activate it. Oh, okay. So I've got to fix that in the scripts. That's fine. In there, not the scripts, the XML file, just to say that it'll show up in the shop, but it'll be a multi-fruit silo. So there's the shed that I was on about, and we run up to the front. In the bottom, get off the shed, bottom right, it says 500 objects. These, I think I increased the capacity of these as well. Yeah, 3. There you go. 300,000 litres. I think I did the same with the fuel as well, actually. 300,000 litres in that. No, 10,000 litres still in that. Okay, never mind. What else was it? Seed. Down here. 500,000 litres. Which is seed or mineral feed. You can do a bit more storing. Do we have any? Let's get in the tractor and have a look, shall we? See if we've got anything ready to go. Of course, I've got a wheel that doesn't want to have any force feedback. There we go. You're welcome, bud. Oh, there we go. That one's ready to go. Sheep pen isn't ready to go. You're ready to go. Go backwards, thank you. Doesn't look like that one down there is ready to go. Nope. So I've got 2 grass fields that I can mow. What about the horse pasture? Definitely not. Pasture? Nope. Or cow pasture 1 anyway, definitely. Another thing I want to get rid of, I'm going to be using the go wheel, I think. So I will get rid of, I will lease it in, because that will be staying on the farm anyway, and that one isn't ready to go. So I can get rid of the, I can get rid of the small baler and all our equipment. From here. So let's take that out of here and get down to the store to sell, get a bit more money by transport, or well, just taking out or selling it at the store even. And may as well fix this tractor while we're down there then as well when we're done. And we can bring, that's a point, the go wheel. What? Baling technology. What's the requirements? 120 horsepower. Because we'll be leasing the big one. So that's perfect. We've got 2 tractors, I think. got 2 tractors? I think we have. I think the Massey is 140 horsepower. You're 142. You're 145. You're out of it there, and then you're 190. So we got 3 tractors that we could stick. One of 3 tractors we can stick on there and have it running. Bonus. Yeah, I was meant to go up to 5 speed. Although the first game day doesn't really matter because I'll be sleeping before I do anything anyway. I want to start the first month that I start actually working. I want it to be the start of the 7 days per season. I don't want to end up getting most of the things done this month and then starting next month and going, well, I haven't really got anything I can do, so all I can do is just sleep. I don't want to be doing that. Let's put you a bit further back, like that. Further away. And while we're here, we'll get the wheel and take it back to the farm. With a bale turner, yes. Adhesive tank or additive tank, definitely. We'll do the black bales and we'll lease, obviously, that. I really need a bigger area for my mouse. Considering I make maps and you're moving the mouse around a lot, the space I've got to move that mouse is very limited. Thank you, Van Drover. And you. And you. Typical AI. You'd think they've never seen a tractor before. They all have to stop and go up. So I won't obviously be streaming this constantly. It'll just be maybe once every game month I'll do a stream on it. Because if I do every game day, there'll be days where there is nothing to do. When there's a lot to do, then during a month that would be a different thing. But right now, that wouldn't be a viable thing to have. We will stick you. Do we stick you in there? I don't think so. Actually, we'll stick you in this bulk old shed because we won't be using that for a while. We want to take now the baler. Because there's no way in hell I'm doing them small bales. I've done them once, and once was enough. End up with 50,000 bales sitting on the ground and then run around stacking them all to make a big bale. Or, you know, what would be a big bale, but made up of all small bales. No thanks. You spend most of the time trying to dodge the small bales while you're trying to bale the windrow up. So the wheel, they must have seen that as the hitboxes on that and saw it as a block. Because I'm guessing because the side flaps open on it, the side doors open on the wheel, and they see the collisions on that. So the vehicles automatically stop as you go past them. In the other way. One day I'll get that right. Let's sell that equipment. Yep, you can go for 3,000. You can go for 19,000, and you can be repaired because we may as well. And we ain't paying that money to have you repainted. Not a chance. Is there anything else that we need on the farm? Yes and no, I guess. But we haven't got the horsepower for them, have we? Because I'd rather have a direct drill. But, yeah. We're a little bit short on power, like 20 horses down. Oh well. You don't start off with a loan on easy, do you? Don't think so, anyway. So I haven't got a loan to pay back. Because I can't take a loan out and... So I think I will probably start off by harvesting the grain crops so that them fields can be sorted and replanted, turned around and replanted. And then do the mowing after. we'll use the forage wagon that we've got, because we will do hay bales. What? Does mean that realistically what we should do is bring that cheddar and put it in the shed here with the rest of the mowing, or the rest of the grass stuff. Oh, we're going to need a roller for arable roller, aren't we? Come to think of it, damn, we haven't got one. A field roller. Wait. Hmm. So it'd be you that we'd have to lease then, huh? Oh, we will need you, so we'll lease that. We'll use a different tractor to go and get it. Use the fence here, and as you can see, we've got the def mod in, so we've got a different another alternative fuel that we also have to take into account. And if you remember on Riverview, when I was playing that, I had the baler going, that's exactly what happened. We ran out of def and wasted quite a bit of time. This is why I don't like the Fendt, because it has that big screen there and you can't see anything. So I'd rather use this on the farm than take it out on the road. And if we're going into sheep, we'll need a pallet loader, a forklift or something, because they work a lot better than a front loader with pallets. Unless Giants are fixed there in the update that they did. Wouldn't rather not take that chance though. Ooh, didn't see you. We nearly mounted a car. Interesting. What I don't get is the AI don't see these triggers on hitboxes on the roller. And obviously it folds out. So obviously these hitboxes fold in. Either that or else they're extremely small. They have to fold in because the whole of the equipment is collidable. think we'll stick this roller with the grass roller. Then we know that the two rollers are in the same shed. Go in here. I don't know if we'll be using this silage clamp, but quite possible. Okay. Oh, stone collector, that needs to go. Is there anything else that we want to replace? Ideally this, because it doesn't really hold much, but it'll be fine. Oh, it can do sugar beet cuts. Ah, it can hold sugar beet cuts. That's one of the new bales that you can make in the go wheel. I don't know if you can make it in any baler, but in the go wheel you can definitely make it. We can check though, can't we? See if all balers have been given that. It's an option. It doesn't look like they have. It's just the go wheel. Or is that cut sugar beets and that's chaff? Straw, hay, grass, chaff, isn't it? Cut sugar beets and then TMR. Okay. It'll be a while before we get cows going, but all the straw will be sticking straight in here anyway. And then we'd have to start making silage bales, so it'll probably be next season before we start making silage and hay, because I don't want to stock up on hay bales for the sheep when we do get them going. I think we are pretty much ready. What's that Cleveland's power ratio? Could we use 100 horsepower? No. So our little tractor is very limited on what it can be used for. We can use it for heading, raking. Technically we could use it on here. So it still has uses. This we don't really need. May as well keep the wheel loader in case we do silage, or we plan on doing silage, or loose silage anyway. So technically we could get rid of the pickup and the stone collector. And obviously we'll keep the wheel loader, or the low loader even, because of selling wall pallets at some point down the line. Actually worth, wow, actually worth quite a bit. So let's get rid of the stone collector, and So anything that I lease by rights now, the rules are simple. I can't return it until September next year. The start of September. First day of September. So I have to keep anything I loan on the farm for 6 months, for 12 months, sorry. I can't buy anything brand new or used for 3 game years. That'll be fun. Because you watch everything that I like the look of or want, need, will come up in the sales. And you'll be like, damn, I really wanted that. So I haven't looked in the sales. Normally the first thing I do when I start a game is I check the sales, see what's in there. But I haven't this time. So I don't want to be kicking myself for starting this challenge. The inspector doesn't have death. That's cool. So I only have to worry about normal fuel with this one. Interesting. Sell you. Hit the right button does help. 31,583. May as well feed the dog. And we'll get ready to start doing some work. We want to sleep through until 7 AM. And I'm almost out of coffee, which isn't good. There we go. Now we're officially starting the challenge. We need the combine. Field should we do first? The one outside of the farm. or the two down at the bottom. I'm thinking the one outside of the farm, and we're getting hooked up on the shed. Yep, we are. Very good. Oh, it's that little... that stupid bar. When I took it in, completely messed this one up, haven't I now? When I took it in that way. Got enough turn circle there, have I? Damn. Do that again. Oh. Nightmare. Wow. How much of our crop are we going to kill getting this into the field? Is the question. That is the... Okay. We might be fine. Should have backed this in, shouldn't I? Okay. That's this up to there and detach. Let's unfold. I'm correct in thinking this is the biggest of the 3 arable fields that we've got. Memory serves. I know many people might be thinking, why, you started doing a streaming on Riverview, and now all of a sudden you're on Maypole. Um, Riverview that was more of a chilled kind of game. That one's more no challenge, just go in there, have fun, do whatever you want kind of thing. Within my play style, anyway. Um, this one, and kind of like own the map kind of gameplay style for me on that one. This one, I could have used Ebony Island, I guess, but I wanted to try out the changes on here, and I haven't got Ebony Island set up yet for with the new storage sheds and everything. All of that's got to be done. I think I'll do 2 headlands. While that's doing that, and saving apparently. Course play. What are your wages on load? I'll do my own repairs, thank you. 100% on the wages, fuel threshold. I'll broken threshold. If the fuel percentage drops below 10%, then it'll be released, and that gives us a chance to sort that out. Yeah, that's all fine. The second headland then. All the straw will be picked up and dropped on up to the cow barn, the robot feeder, and then we will once one field, all the straw is picked up in one field, it will be a case of allowing the field, which isn't going to be good for environmental straw, but we don't own the cultivator. We haven't bought the farmland, or not farmland, but the precision farming info either, actually. Oh, we'll have to do that. Before we start working the land. And yeah, we can't buy any productions, can we? So we can't put down a lime station. So we've got to buy pallets of. So we will need a forklift truck down at the store. And there goes some of our crop. Oh well, we didn't need that bit anyway. We do need the trailer though. Hey Silver, how are you, bud? I think a lot of people are enjoying the Go Wheel. New DLC, you know. Sure, a lot of people are out there having fun. I've leased one on this map, on this save even, so I can start using it when I'm doing hay bales, but a little better. Hopefully, hopefully you can relax a bit more. And I know it can be a little bit stressful with map making and whatnot, but uh, it's just ironing them little kinks out at the end. That's the most frustrating part of anything, I find. And you've come this far, and it's just little niggly things that um, you don't realise until they're brought up. But I think you've done a fantastic job, and I'm sure when it's all ready and done, it will be something a lot of people will enjoy. I had Matt yank it this morning to fix a few problems. What we need to do, Silver, is throw it up on the server, I think. And then everybody can jump on and run around and do tests, multiple eyes all at once. Can make a big difference. And we can also, I don't think there'll be any problems with server lag or anything. But you'd also be able to know if there's anything that comes up in the gets flagged up with the server itself. Doesn't get flagged up in single or just standard hosted multiplayer. You're welcome, bud. Get Matt to send me a copy, and then I'll stick up on the server, and then you can all jump on and have a look around. The server right now isn't doing anything anyway, so it may as well be used for something. And that's why I always use a server for anyways, testing. It's easier. Yeah, it would be good. And we can do contracts. We can get multiple people testing different fields out, even working together on fields. Find if there's any sudden things that are on a field, a sudden ditch that you don't see when you're going around in the editor. I know you've already done a lot of testing. Not sure if you sent it back yet. We added a bale sell point. Yeah, because the bale sell point, because with the Go Wheel now you can do chaff bales, you can do PMR and cut sugar beet bales, and the only place that you can sell them is the bale sell point and um, and for the chaff when it becomes silage, and the cut sugar beets you can sell at the BGA, but TMR you need to sell that at the bale sell point and fix the grass. I I I was in the Discord when he was on about grass thing. He was trying to work out how to fix that particular bug. Yeah, it is a good thing you put it in. Because to my knowledge, you can't sell TMR anywhere. Base game, we can check. On the correct screen would be a good thing. But, that one. So cut sugar beet, bale market, biogas, and the sugar mill. So unless you've got the sugar mill in or biogas plant, you couldn't sell it. TMR, bale, no sell point. Oh, I sold TMR there. Interesting. You can't sell chaff. You can only sell it as a silage then. Interesting. Oh yeah, because I've got the Platinum DLC and I'm like, where's all this come from? Well, I guess you wouldn't sell TMR bales really, but because you'd only producing them for your animals. But I think I'll have to add that to the bale sell point TMR because you'll always get that person who turns around and goes, well, you can't sell everything that's base game. There'll always be someone. You can produce it, but you can't sell it. So yeah, I think I'd have to add that. And I think I'll have to add chaff to there as well. But that's easy enough. It just means that if you do it on your map, you just have to tell the game to read the XML file from your map zip rather than the base game XML or from the main directory because of modifying it. Just kill a bit more of my crop, it's all good. I didn't want to harvest that bit anyway. You know what mod I didn't put in here? Click to switch. That'd have been very handy. I should put that mod in. That way I don't have to keep tabbing between all the vehicles. But the pipe. It's one way of damaging the pipe. At least I can get chickens up and running soon. Yeah, I'll speak to Matt sometime tomorrow morning my time, and if he's on, and I can get him to send it, then I can throw it up on the server and do some little testing. Because you know the object storage shed, I've increased the capacity of that from 250 bales to 500 bales. Because well, wrong one. That shed right there, the new one that Giants gave us. I hit stuff all the time. Oh, I got stuck earlier trying to get the combine or the header out of the shed. That was fun and games. I parked it in there too close to the side of the shed, so I didn't have much of a swing to get the thing back out. But yeah, if you look in the bottom right, 500 objects can be stored in here now. Base game is 250. So make a bit more use out of it. Yeah. Yeah, that would well, we know Brennan and Vanessa will definitely jump on. CBW, if he's got time, hopefully could jump on. And obviously myself, Matt, you know, we can have, hey David, we can have, how many people was it? 8? I think it's up to 8 people on there at any one time. So definitely a good thing. And so what would that be? You, Matt, Vanessa, Brennan, myself. That's 5 people right there. CBW if he has chance and time. You know, potential 5 to 6 people. How are you anyway, David? Welcome in. I had a panic attack yesterday about the map. I know, bud. It's not. It. Like I said, when you're working on a map, it's all the ironing and little bits out at the end that really are time consuming. Finding them, fixing them. Yeah, if you get off early. Hell, it'll be a server, so you can go on there anytime you want. Oh, not too bad, and you? I'm good, thank you. And that's good to hear. But the frustrating part is definitely finding all of those little bits. Going on 9 months now. But that's how long you'd been working on it? I can believe that though. 9 months. And I took me. When did I start it? March, was it? So I got released, I think it was in December. So it took me about 9 months to get Ebony Island out. I burnt myself out as well doing Ebony Island, and I took a couple of months break off that. So in essence, if I hadn't burnt myself out, it would have been out within 7 months. But I think it was December I got it out, or November. Actually, it might have been November, and then I got the update for it out in December, I think. Don't quote me on that. Between the console and the PC and console versions. Ah. Well, if what I've heard with Matt and his map is anything to go by, I'm thinking you will, a lot of people will be happy with what you've brought with this version. I think they'll all be eager to play it when they see it. And you know, we can try and get a bit of the word out there when you're ready to get out there and stream on it, and hopefully pique more interest. Yeah, burnouts do really suck. They really do. And you don't even realize you're in a burnout until it actually happens. You can be thinking that you're enjoying yourself, and then that one moment where you go, oh, I don't want to play the game today, or I don't want to work on the map today, and then the next day you don't even think about it. You don't go and do it. And yeah, it's bad, and it can take an absolute lifetime or it feels like a lifetime to get that burnout over and done with and get back into the swing of things. Oh, I shouldn't have started this row yet, because I'm going to fill up before I even get anywhere near the bottom. So let's this field isn't really giving much. Must be really bad. Yeah, I'm going to catch the pipe, aren't I think. Oh no. Lucky. Now if I had a forage harvester, I could buy the field opposite. I would have bought that field and been doing chaffing all of that and using the go wheel, but get silage going. I wanted to give up on the map, but you and everyone else have time invested on it. You know, I think Ebony Island, when I had the burnout on that, I had no interest in coming back and finishing it off. And it was because of Farmer Dad, a friend on the Monkey Show, that that was why I finished it off. And listening to people who had been streaming it, and then other people who'd been watching them streams and how they was excited for the map coming out, that gave me hope, and I know there's one guy that I fully trust. And there's 3 out of all of them, but there's one guy I trust more than anyone who will, if you wanted, would stream your map. If he has, when he has time, would do, even if it's only a showcase, would do a stream on your map just to help get out there a bit. And because your map's open to large equipment, it's his play style. He likes large equipment. And watching him drive around my maps with large equipment has been hysterical. Well, when we've all gone through it, and you're happy that everything that we could possibly find has been found and fixed and all that good stuff, if you want, I can DM him and then we can get it sent off to him when you're ready and introduce you and him so that you can get to know each other. He's had early access to Maypole, Ebony Island, and he doesn't believe in giving the map out to anybody. The only time he asked if he could give the map out was to one of his friends who he plays with, which is another person I trust and is a streamer as well. And it was so that they could play together. It was on Ebony Island, and never had any problems. Good people. And you never know, your map on the server could end up becoming part of a challenge. You never know. I mean, they've with the challenge over on Blackwater Bottom, that would be fine. Well, when we're all done and you're happy that it's ready for showcasing, then I'll introduce you guys to each other, and then you can get to know him and see if he can fit into his schedule, even if it's only a showcase, rather than him just playing on it. And he just goes around showing your map off. But chances are he might like what he sees and go, can I play on it? Now I need to get this onto that trailer and then down to the next field ready to harvest that one. So let's back out of here. I don't think that swing was actually that well done, was it? I hate putting these on these header trailers. Let me lower you so we can see where you are going to sit. Kind of. Oh, did Giants reintroduce that then? So they actually automatically click into position again. So I know that they used to do that, and then they stopped doing it, Or maybe it's just this header trailer that they do it on. And all our followers want it. Oh. No, the more people see it, the better. Like I said, I've got 3 people that I trust. I know that they would never give. Well, there's actually 4 because one of them is a duo, but 3 streamers that like they've showcased my work and that I fully trust, and one of them that I trust more than anything. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Oh, are we actually going to make it around there? Wow, we just clipped that shed. Wow. I realised after I started that turn I should have actually gone the other way. I didn't need to worry, apparently. We'll pull on this farmer's land because it's not my land and there's nothing in there. At least I don't think there's anything in there. Hey, Nuclear. He's got weeds in it, and it's easy guys growing wheat in here apparently. Well, sorry, easy guy. Just I gotta park there in there. I'm afraid. I need the. Need to be able to get down into my field. We'll park you there a minute and we'll go and grab our tractor. We'll dump this into the chickens while we're on our way out of here, or on the way through the farm, and we'll buy some chickens. Come on, jeez. While you're dumping into there, let's get some chickens bought. Go with you. $180. Yeah, I think we don't need too many. I think that would be more than enough for now. Wait, we could have come this way with the no, we couldn't come this way with the combine, never mind. We have to go that way. How's Roy and Silver doing tonight? I'm just relaxing right now. I'm actually in a getting tired, but I'm actually good. Been a interesting day, very tiring day at that. Um, more importantly, how's Nuclear today? Other than chillaxing or enjoying his chillax. Oh, I need. Actually, I need to buy that. The field data would be, or the field data for the for that field. Now that it's been harvested, that ain't a good field soil condition either. Salty clay, loam, and sandy loam. All that ain't good. Salty clay. It's going to consume a lot of lime and fertilizer. So, how you like soil? Soil isn't that bad really for the pH. That's quite bad. We should also purchase that one, that one, that one, that one. We'll purchase all the grass fields because we will actually forget we'll get them ones as well. Ain't good. Give you the, oh it does. This one's mostly loam and silty clay. That one's mostly loam. That one's mostly sandy loam. That one's loam. These ones aren't too bad. And then our go wheel that we haven't used yet. But we will be pretty soon. The going to reduce that to that because I think I need to call it a night. Been an hour and 40 minutes almost, and I'm really tired. And I think my partner's at home tomorrow. Yeah, that is quite big. What I like about the go wheel is it's well, this particular one, you just park it up and you bring the produce to it rather than, you don't drive around on the field with this. You park this up, so I could park it like here and then bring the produce to it, unfold it. This drops down. It acts as a conveyor system with a container at the bottom, and then it auto loads into here. These side panels open both sides and it displays there, and it'll make a bale, throw it out. If it needs wrapping, it'll wrap it, and then when it gets to here, it'll drop the bale, and then you just pick up and move it. You just have to have obviously a tractor attached to it to keep it running, but Yeah, that one, you've got two of these. You've got this one and a smaller one, or one for smaller bales. I've got the one that does the bigger bales because I prefer doing the bigger bales. Means that you can get more in the storage as opposed to lots of small bales. But I think in 17 this was a bigger model as a mod. Pretty sure it was a little bit bigger. But in the under cheese, and go to wheel. Yeah, a bunch of stuff with the pack. Some normal balers and then your static balers. Hey, Brennan. And so, I'll be making a lot of use of this. Just means I don't have to go to the field to collect the bales to store them. I can just bring the produce to this, have it doing my bales, and then as it's dropping a bale, pick it up, move it, put it into storage, and so on. But and then next time I do a stream, it'll be, I don't know if it'll be harvesting them fields or doing grass. It depends. Depends on how I feel when I do another stream, as and when I do another stream. And how much, if any, I've done on here, because I did say about Planet Zoo. When I stream again, we'll build another pen. And I didn't stream, and I haven't built another pen. I have been playing it. I've got to the point where I'm ready to build another pen. And it was a toss-up between this and Planet Zoo, and as to which one I decided to stream tonight. And if it wasn't for the DLC coming out, I probably wouldn't have streamed today. Or this one anyway, I'd have probably been on Planet Zoo. But I'm excited to use the go wheel on this map. Because the last time I used it was back in FS17. And that was doing a multiplayer session. I never used it single player. And then we found out they caused a lot of lag, so we ditched it. And now Giants have made their own. It should be much more optimized for the game, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I think I need to go to bed. So I'll thank you all for dropping in and hitting that like button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.